Just wanted you to soak it in for a couple seconds. Wppi, the Mirage, Las Vegas, Nevada, 2024. That's a story. That's a story for an entirely different article. Dropped that gorgeous day. I found out about this through an Instagram ad. Yeah, actually, one of those that finally caught my attention. So I've always loved photography ever since I've been a kid, back in the days of the 110. Look up the history of photography for that one with the flash cubes. And you know, I checked out their website, and I didn't even apply for press credentials for this one. Reasons I'm not stating. But anyway, so they had a sale going on. It was $100 for conference pass, $300 for platinum. And the more I saw the ad, the more I looked at the website. This is a very rare occasion for me. The more I wanted to attend this. So, and the travel story and everything is a different article. So they had a half price on the conference pass. All right, wasn't sure which one I wanted to get. Went into their chat for the customer service, and it actually really surprised me that they didn't try and upsell me. And they said, for your first time here, go with the conference pass. I'll tell you what, it was so worth the money. Even though it's like for mainly, a lot of portrait and wedding photographers here, the way, if you see, if you look at one article, and I told people, I said, my style is in the moment photojournalism. But WPPI isn't only about, oh wow, well here's 70, 80, 90 seminars on photography. WPPI attacks both sides of it, and I learned so much. And I actually learned, even though it was about setting up your lighting, fixed lighting, and everything, I actually learned how to and adapted that. And I took some photos out here, which, as you can tell, these are great shots from looking at the people, at the attendees, and just enjoying a beautiful day. And I started noticing things like, okay, and I started thinking even about the way I shoot, I shoot and review a band, to subtle things here like shadows and details I didn't think were so important. But the main thing that I really learned about was, like this morning, I got here, I took the 830 seminar on Instagram, and I walked out and I'm like, man, I've been a fucking idiot with Instagram. I'm doing it all wrong, completely. So I learned so much here that next year I'm actually going to come back and get the platinum. Now WPPI, you might think, okay, well, I love photography. I do photography. I might want to eventually turn it into a business. My business and it's my true passion. But it's not only for people who do photography as their life work. It's not only for people who portrait photographers, wedding photographers. You can. I thought about this, and even like maybe 3D graphics designers to a minor extent. When I remember when I used to have time to start learning that with DAZ 3D, where it's like, okay, you got everything set up. It's basically like you're a photographer setting up a scene, and all of a sudden you got to go into editing. You could gain from this because there are great classes on editing. Yesterday the show was the main day. The show floor opened up. The vendors. I submitted my first film, which may or may not get accepted, and it was a 1 minute 55 second short piece using my original photos and videos. And some of the seminars and talking to people here, it's like, okay, and with anything I do outside of Fire City is purely creative. So I'm editing, I'm distorting photos and everything. So I learned a lot about on that side of it. So WPPI, like I said, it's for a wider range of people than you might think. So like I said, when I first looked at the website, I'm like, I'm not a portrait photographer, I'm not a wedding photographer, I told somebody, so my skill level is nowhere near that. I'll wait till next year. And they're like, no, you're going. You know, you're going to go. And when I got here, it's like, kind of like, oh man, I'm way out of my league. You know, my first seminar, I shouldn't even be here. But by the time yesterday hit, it was totally different. Tuesday, it's actually Wednesday. My brain's in 2 time zones. My body I gave up on by Sunday. But it's just so much, you know, it can benefit, you know. So if you take a look at it, you know, you look at the website when you know, the event for 2025, and you're like, yeah, I'm like intermediate, mid-range, where, you know, okay, I mean, yesterday I finally, after 3 years, I finally switched over my Canon right here to full manual, and today I'm using it on full manual settings, and I learned a lot in a very short period of time about the manual settings. I'm in the moment. Photojournalism, what can I say? So it's for more than this event. People in different categories and areas, just outside of portrait and wedding photographers, can benefit from attending this event, especially from the seminars. There's a pause there for a reason. And I'll tell you what, WPPI, this is my first time attending, this has been going on for years. They really know how to take care of everybody here. No matter if you spend $100 on the conference pass, there's a $50 one for show. That was actually free if you just want to hit the show floor on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But I highly recommend, for your first time, just do the conference pass. Or one main reason why I'm jumping up to the platinum is, you know, if you don't know what it's about, because I walked into this thing ice. I mean, we're talking 100% freezing cold, not knowing what the hell I was walking in. I had a very base idea, but it was just completely cold. So, but one main reason why I'm going to jump up to the platinum next year is, with the platinum, you can get once the show floor opens up, critique on your photos. So it depends on what look at, next year when they put up the event and the tickets, look at what you want. Okay, I'm not saying everybody, hey, go for the cheap ones, but definitely look at what each package offers, and like, you know what, I really want some, I'm an artist. I want to, have my artwork in galleries. The artists could really benefit, artists use photography can really benefit from this, by the way. So definitely 100%, if you can, if you can travel to Las Vegas, 100% I recommend WPPI for a wider range of areas than what you might think just looking at the website or seeing the ad. To your family and friends, please, as always, continue to stay safe and wishing you much success in your lives. Michael Phoenix, founder, staff, Fire City Illusion, on a gorgeous day in Las Vegas. I gotta leave today. Take care, everybody.